Alright, guys. You know, I gotta give my thoughts on this shit too. Just like the whole rest of the world, man. Come on, man. Come on, Bob Arum. Come on, Al Heyman. Come on, Floyd Mayweather. Hashtag Money Team Promotions, TMT, Al Heyman, Golden Boy, Showtime, Steven Espinoza. Get us the fucking fight. Straight up. That's all I have to say. Get us the fight. You got two grown-ass men that they can't get this fight happening. Let's go back years. Pacquiao wanted this fight. Floyd's like, you know what? I want the blood test. Now this is my problem, man. Why didn't Manny Pacquiao agree to the blood test back in the day? You know, I believe he was juicing, in my opinion. I really don't give a shit, but yeah, I believe he was juicing. I'm gonna tell you why I believe he was juicing. You know, people are trying to make excuses hiding why Manny Pacquiao can't knock anybody out. Pacquiao are making that fucking excuse. Well, I'm gonna tell you why he can't knock nobody out. Cause he's not on the juice no more. He been taking blood tests for his past couple of fights, and he hasn't been looking that strong. He had a punching bag in Brandon Rios. He didn't knock him out. And Brandon Rios, he has a tough chin, but still, he didn't knock Bradley out. Bradley has heart. But even then, since when's the last time Pacquiao had a knockout? I don't think he had a knockout since he fought Ricky Hatton. And, you know, but then again, you know, fuck that, right? Let's talk about it now. He agrees to a blood test. And I'm pretty sure at this point in time, Manny Pacquiao will agree to a 60-40 split. Before he wanted that 50-50 4 years ago. Because that time, Pacquiao was still the main draw. I remember his fights, some of them did better than Floyd Mayweather's fights. But now, it's a whole different story, right? And I think now, Floyd needs to, you know, stop fucking trying to make this fight happen, you know. They need to. And this is why I think the war between Top Rank and Golden Boy needs to stop. It needs to. And they need to man up and, you know, truce that shit up. Because it's not good for boxing. It's not even Floyd Mayweather and fucking Manny Pacquiao. That fight can't happen. There's so many good matchups that it can't happen because of this bullshit, right? Who do you have? You can't have a Bradley Khan. You can't have Bradley Keith Thurman. You can't have any of these fights. You can't have a Bradley Danny Garcia fight. You can't have a Ruslan Pravanikov versus a Lucas Matisse fight. You can't have any of these fights. You can't have a Ruslan Pravanikov versus a Keith Thurman. You can't have, you know, there's so many of the fights we want to see. We can't have these fights because of this Top Rank Golden Boy bullshit. I mean, I want to see Golovkin fight some of these fighters, and it's so funny now when fighters want to duck each other, they just switch to fucking Showtime. Look how what's his name? Damn, Stevenson, Adonis Stevenson. He ducked the shit out of Sergey Kovalev. How? He just went to fucking Showtime, and then now the excuse is, look, I can't fight you because I'm on Showtime. Like, come on, man, that's some bullshit. They gotta stop this Top Rank Golden Boy shit. And it's sad that when I'm talking about Manny Pacquiao, I need to talk about this shit. When I'm talking about Floyd, you have to talk about this shit. If you can't have this fight. Because Bob Arum, you know, he has his own ego problem. Al Heyman has his own ego. Now, fucking Golden Boy have their own ego. And they need to stop that shit. We understand, Floyd, that you call the shots. But he could still get on the phone and make this fight happen, right? But, you know, let me talk a little bit about the fight. I don't think in this point and stage Pacquiao can beat Floyd Mayweather Jr. He can't. Not at this point. Maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I think it would have been a tough competitive fight in a 50-50 fight. I think Pacquiao could have hurt Mayweather. He was so much quicker back in the days. But at this point in time, I just think Mayweather will have an easy night with Pacquiao. And not an easy night. You're never going to have an easy night when you're going up against one of the best fighters of all time. And I'm going to tell you why. This is probably the only fight now that would be competitive for Floyd. Or a Khan fight. See, I know Khan does not deserve the fight against Floyd Mayweather. But I always said I wanted Khan instead of Marcos Maidana because styles make fights. You can't forget about that in boxing. Styles make fights. Khan has speed, he has length, and he could fight on the outside. He has a strength that can give Mayweather problems. We see Mayweather struggle against fast fighters. He struggled against Castillo. Castillo wasn't the fastest. He struggled against Zab Judah. Zab Judah was a southpaw and he was very fast. And Pacquiao's not only faster than Zab Judah, but he's one of the best southpaws of all time. He's a southpaw. That can give Mayweather problems. But as far as right now, I don't think Pacquiao can beat Mayweather. And I'm going to tell you why. You go back, look at that Timothy Bradley fight. When Timothy Bradley boxed, in the first half of the fight, in a couple of rounds he boxed. In the first round, in the fourth round, and I think it was the sixth round. Some of these rounds he boxed. When he did box, Pacquiao had a hard time landing. Or, you know, he got caught with some shots. Bradley caught him with some good shots, and he stayed in the outside, and he kept it a close fight. And Bradley's nowhere near the boxer Mayweather is. Mayweather's faster than Timothy Bradley. He's 100 times smarter. And he's just a better overall fighter. Defensively, he's 100 times better. See, Timothy Bradley has bad defense. It's okay. It's not the best defense, right? His jab is better. And he moves with his legs better. His legs are stronger than Timothy Bradley's. So these are all things you need to take into account. And now, you tell me this, right? Pacquiao landed that, you know, fucking flurry on Timothy Bradley. When Timothy Bradley was on the ropes. And all of a sudden people are saying Pacquiao's back. You tell me this. Would he be able to land all 10 of those shots on Floyd Mayweather? I don't think so. Mayweather would slip those punches. And Mayweather would not stand in one spot like Timothy Bradley. I don't know what the fuck Timothy Bradley was trying to do. Trying to knock Manny Pacquiao out. That's the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, what the hell are you doing, man? You should have just stayed outside and boxed, man. For real. You can't always play to the crowd. You gotta play to your strengths. And I think one reason Timothy Bradley did that is that so the fans appreciate him. And you think Floyd gives a fuck? Floyd doesn't give a shit. Floyd will stay outside and make it a boring fight. He doesn't give a shit. It's going to be Pacquiao pressing the fight and attacking, going in aggressive mode. And I'm going to tell you why this Pacquiao can't beat Mayweather. Why did we think Pacquiao can beat Mayweather 5 years ago? Because he had that explosiveness. He had that power. He looked quicker. And he just looked more mean. And now he doesn't have that same explosiveness anymore. And I think even then why I think Khan would still give Mayweather problems is he doesn't need to go inside. He's a bigger fighter than Mayweather, as in he's longer, he's taller, and he has arm length advantage. Whereas Pacquiao doesn't have those advantages. He will be a smaller fighter in the Floyd Mayweather fight. He will be the shorter fighter with lesser reach. And the way he covers that up is with the speed, which means Manny Pacquiao goes inside, he gets you in close range, and he just fucking bombs on your ass. And he lands some tough, big shots that wobble you, and then he goes out before you can answer. He has quick feet. He has good footwork. But you know, each one of those categories I mentioned, he lost a step in. But even then, right, this is the most competitive fight out there for him. And I'm going to keep saying it, whether you hate Khan or you like him. That fight and this fight. The two most competitive fights. And, you know, I'm definitely going to give Pacquiao a chance if this fight happens. Because, you know, why wouldn't I give Pacquiao a chance? He's one of the greatest fighters of all time. And he's still quick. He still has that quickness, right? It might not be the same, but he still has it. And this is a fight we need to see. Not just because this is the only fight that can give Mayweather problems. But we need to see because this is important for both of their legacies, right? There's legacies on the line. Both of these fighters are going to be blamed for not making this fight happen. Not just Mayweather. You know, people call it, you know, Mayweather ducks everybody. But still, you know, he's not going to be the only one accountable for this fight. So is Manny Pacquiao. And they just need this fight for this legacy. It lost a couple of juice. It lost a little bit of the taste they had 5 years ago. But this fight needs to happen. And at this point in time, I don't know if it's going to happen. Honestly, I just think Mayweather only has 3 fights left after this Marcos Maidana fight. In September, I don't think this fight can happen. It's too soon. I think Pacquiao's going to fight Marquez next. Even though, see, even Marquez said he doesn't want this 5th fight with Pacquiao. Because fans don't want to see it. Fans want to see him against Mayweather. So, you know, this is what I think about this fight. I think it needs to happen. And I think Pacquiao can't beat Mayweather right now, but I would still I'll pay double to watch this fight. Straight up. Let me know what you guys think. Comment section below. Subscribe.